Votes are in, and listen wins, so we shall be listening to Cyrus. The risk of trying to run away is too great. We know it would be very dumb. Even though I still can't wrap my head around the idea that he's a bad person, I can't imagine him trying to kill me. He did say that we at least need to get to somewhere first. We can think about running if that's a problem later. What he did was just terrifying, but if he wanted to do worse, he could have. He held back. Does that mean there's some humanity still in him, or... does that? Or does that cold glare confirm my existing suspicions? He keeps my arm held firm as I nod to him. Even though I accept the risks this brings, I'm not at all happy by the situation. Then again, who's happy about being forced to walk by your crazy friend who just shoved you back in time? No one. No one. Unless you're Marty McFly. Yeah, no takers on that one. I just had a taker. Fuck you, game. You said that you were taking me to the council. What for? You're in no position to be asking for answers, Sam. I tugged slightly at his grip, causing him to turn to me, scowling, right before we entered the seemingly thick crowds nearby. I deserve to know. It'd be far easier to simply bring guards over here to restrain you fully, but something tells me you wouldn't like that. I might be into some weird shit. That'd have to be very weird, but whatever. I look down knowing he's right. If Cyrus is working for the government somehow, then he has connections that enable him power no regular person has. Oh, you reckon? I'd like to think that was obvious from the outset. On Orion, the security forces are rarely seen. It'd defeat the purpose of utopia if they were visible. But when they do appear, their presence is always overwhelming. That is a lot of shadows. And back here is just sort of stick figures and random chalk being thrown up into the air, apparently. And other than that, the rest of the background's pretty nice. You still look a bit odd. I'm just imagining it with the CG art from now on. It just looks so much nicer. Stay close. Cyrus pulls me into a crowd of people. I'm immediately struck by how foreign this place is. The Unionist literature I see suggests it's Section 1, a completely different part of the ship. I would ask Virgil for advice, but I worry Cyrus would do something if I reach for my pad. The electronic signage I see indicates a series of announcements for events that are ongoing throughout the area. One in particular is interesting. Does that say... The nominating assembly in 3 days? Yes, you have a keen eye. My guess is correct. The time jump didn't just move me to a different part of the ship. We're now 3 days in the past from my point of origin. Why would he want 3 extra days? Or is that just a fluke of the process? Try to pull away. Okay, we've established pulling away, bad idea. Shouldn't do that. So let's just ask him, even though I'm probably going to get an answer. Why did you bring me back into the past? He smirks, turning to look at me with a proud, arrogant smirk. Some scenarios work better when the order of things is laid out to perfection. What a load of insight. Virgil and Cyrus should sit down and have a chat sometime. Their combined refusal to answer each other would be amazing to watch. Does that mean that Virgil wasn't necessarily good? He hasn't tried to help yet. And when we asked shit, he didn't necessarily... hard to say now. Hey, watch where you're going. Hey, I know you. The new girl? What is she doing here? Oh, my sincerest apologies. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. That's right. Cyrus brought me into the past by 3 days. That means she hasn't met us yet. 3 days, though? Okay, so that eliminates the possibility of us jumping by years. We got that much. That doesn't explain why she's in Section 1, though. In only a few days, she'd appear in Section 6. You okay there? It takes a few seconds before I registered that she's talking to me. Cyrus lets go of my wrist, but it's too late. She'd already seen it. Yeah, I'm fine. I lie. If Cyrus was willing to force me through a crowd to get to his destination, there's no reason for me to believe he won't hurt me in front of everyone. Either that or call the guards. What's your name? Something about her expression changes. A second ago, she seemed on edge, frustrated, but now? It's like she's genuinely excited to ask me this simple question. My name's Sam. Sam Acacius. Oh my god, you said your real name? Okay. That's either bad because you told her your real name, or bad because Cyrus doesn't want you to tell their real, But then doesn't she meet us in school 3 days later? I know we're going on to timelines here, but she would have seen in our future, because this would have happened in the past, you know, time loops, blah, blah, blah. It's like a loop, right? I wonder. Well, I hope you aren't too busy. I've been looking for a guy to spend the day with. What? What the heck is going on? Actually, the two of us were... Not you. Not you. See, Mr. Acacius, I like my men cute and easy on the eyes. Okay. Thank you? Is this a Virgil contact? Then why didn't she recognize me 3 days in the future or try to say something then? Come on, hang with me for the afternoon. I promise I don't bite. She takes a step forward and grabs my hand. Unlike Cyrus, her grip isn't painful, but it is firm. I look to Cyrus, caught in an awkward position. I can't believe this. Why am I looking at my friend who just kicked me for 10 minutes straight? I shouldn't be waiting for his help. I'm afraid he already has someone, right, Sam? Before I can say a word, she pulls me from Cyrus completely. I run towards her, unable to articulate my confusion. Cyrus doesn't do anything. I don't hear any calls for guards or time jump efforts. Was everything before just a bluff? My name's Mari. Are you going to thank me or what? Huh? Her arm drops away, removing any bit of touch between us. She walks forcefully through the crowd, at times making me push through to keep up. I know Cyrus is somewhere behind, but I don't look back. I hope this place is safe. Hey, wait up! Finally, I get to a place in the crowd where there's enough space for me to walk up right next to her. My efforts to slow her down haven't worked, but... Hey, Marie, hey, are you going to tell me what's going on or what? Or is this just a case of, hey, I'll tell you when we get there, and... Then they start putting, like, lamps in horrible places. She slows down, stops and turns to me. Her face is serious, a radical change from before. Why were you walking with that government operative? Government operative? Cyrus Orthan? He's an aide to the director. Huh, you really don't know, do you? That must mean you're the kid, then. Is it just me, or have I been meeting a ton of people who seem to love being ambiguous? I step forward in an attempt to assert myself. Tell me, why did you do that back there? I knew what was happening. Not hard to tell with how pathetic you looked. Besides, I know anything Cyrus is doing is dark stuff. How does Mari know this? Are you really going to pretend you want to save him? I hear the robotic voice come from my pad. Virgil's awake again. Shut up. Hey, what kind of program is that? She reaches out and takes the pad out of my hands. Hey! Sam, you need to keep a better watch on who gets hold of me. Good lord. Alright, come with me. After looking at the screen, she hands the pad back. Virgil still looks stressed, but there's a confidence in this girl that leads me to believe she's on my side. Really? She knows everything. Didn't know who Virgil was. This could just be like 3 different sides of bad people. I hope Sam realizes this. Probably doesn't, but you never know. I know nothing about what's happening, and yet I feel comfortable with listening to her. Thought it would be nice to know where we are headed. All of this is bad. She's the only one who's given me answers. Let's ask her where we're heading. Where do you want to take me? She lets out a sigh before reaching out and gently grabbing my hand again. It's a place of answers. Oh, fuck. I'd have ringed up the fucking Riddler if I wanted this. Just tell me. What is your name? A name is only a perpetual state of being. A label we do not... Just tell me my name. I can feel that happening with these people. We stand at the entrance of a small home that looks like any old residence in Section 1. I turn to Marie before walking in with her. She must sense my trepidation as she gives my hand a little squeeze. I promise it'll be okay. We'll be able to help you. Her words are so kind, but I feel the stinging of Cyrus's betrayal. Still? You should be focused on pure momentum and adrenaline. How have you stopped to think this so many times? Even when he was kicking the shit out of you, you were like, why, Cyrus, why? Now's not the time. Can I trust someone with so little information? Well, it's either that or trust the guy who killed you. Both sides might be bad, but you don't know it if you don't dip your toe in the water. That's such a loaded question. Virgil's been no help at all. Mari didn't know who that was, and Mari is at least vaguely important because Cyrus is a government operative. Cyrus is bad. We know that. That's okay. Let's put this into three sides at the moment. Okay, so we have Cyrus, bad. That's my ring finger. Cyrus, bad. Virgil, ambiguous. Hasn't really said much. Randomly contacted us. Does know a lot about me because he knew about my hacking skills. Mari knew who Cyrus was, didn't know who I was, other than you're the kid. You're supposed to trust her. I can only assume that's how this is written. Sure, why not? Let's do it. She's already saved me from whatever Cyrus was planning. I know I should be cautious, but something tells me I should trust her. Okay, I like that line. I know I should be cautious. Let's not go like walking through gauntlets with axes swinging with her. I walk in with her. Her hand leaves mine again as we do, but it's her face that appears distracted. I don't know what to make of it until I realise what she's looking at. There's already people here. I can't tell from here, but it seems there's some man seated in front of me. Isaku. Of course he has a Japanese name. You think you found him, I gather? That voice. I've never heard it before, but still, something about it is oddly enchanting. The other Cronate. It still sounds like a... Cronate. It still seems like a condescending name. It doesn't sound like a good one. Like something you'd call your own sperm or something. Cronate! Yeah. Looks like he's activated his ability and the council wants him in their custody. Who is this? Oh wow, we get to see what they really look like. He actually doesn't look that different. Still can't help but think this art's better. Whatever. He doesn't look too different though, bar his hair. I mean, this hair, like, it's sort of like mine. It's just strands, where these sorts of hair are always far better kept than the ones in the CGs. Shrug. Also, that looks ridiculous and that looks a little more acceptable. I find it best to introduce myself, Samuel. Oh wait, no, okay. Hang on, what? I find it best to introduce myself, Samuel. Okay, so you want to introduce yourself. Got it. He knows my name. Oh, come on! You're surprised that someone knows your name? You're shitting me. After everything that's happened, and that's the thing you're going to ask? A more pressing question would be, why are you wearing a necklace? That is actually more, like, noteworthy. It's not. I'm Isaku. We'll call him Isaku. It's not Japanese enough to warrant calling him Dave. How do you know who I am? I wouldn't be a very good strategist if I didn't know the secrets on this ship. Strategist? Secrets? What exactly did I just walk into? Stop asking yourself that every fucking time something happens. Holy shit. The residence is secure. Why do you always look slightly bewildered as to what's going around you? Like the kind of person who'd make a coffee and accidentally put 2, like, spoonfuls of salt in as opposed to sugar. That's what she looks like. All of the time. Thank you, Mari. I'll let you fashion a guess, Sam. He smiles, but I can tell he's trying to be playful or snarky. He truly wants me to guess. The only possible people who'd put this much security into the way they lived. Oh boy. You're the leader of the revolutionaries. He just laughs and adjusts his sitting, though he remains sitting. Adjusts his position even. I was going to say, hang on a second. What are you doing in Section 1? I should be asking you the same question. I'd love to answer it. I honestly really would. Probably fucking can't, though. Just saying. I freeze up. He knows more than just my name. Isaku must have access to everything about me. He's the leader of a fucking movement. Yeah, whatever. He has to have this information. Does this mean the secrets of my origins are hidden somewhere in the computers of Orion? It's for safety, of course. Our ranks are stronger in your home, yes, but the suspicions are far lower in this unionist-filled area. What can I possibly do? How can I ever trust you all? He looks at the floor for a few seconds, perhaps in thought. When he turns back to me, his voice is even more solemn than before. There's a plan to strike at us in a way so dramatic I didn't think it was possible. No, he can't mean... Right on the eve of the February 10th elections, they will destroy Section 6. There will be some excuse, certainly, but it will be tied to us. I'm not the only one who knows. Can we do something about it? You fucking aligned with them very quickly. I thought it was to trust Murray, but cautiously, and suddenly it's just like, oh, can we do something? Yes. I'll join your movement. You want to see my boobies whilst you're at it? Christ, we're a whore. He brings a hand to his chin. This gives him a tired disposition. It doesn't suit him. I wouldn't know. He just looks mildly angry. It's only due to their porous security that we know. The debates have been ongoing for weeks, but the decision's been made. He turns to me and slowly stands up. A man so tall that not even his full head could fit on one screen. Your expression tells me that this isn't a complete surprise. I shake my head, taking a pat with Virgil from my side. I was given a message. He walks over to me, extending his hand. Unlike Mari before, he lets me hand it to him. There's nothing harsh about his movements at all, even though he's much taller than me. The access code to the network information here is encrypted. As it should be. He doesn't appear to be fazed by Virgil's words, only handing the evidence back. Any attack against the government is risky. I want to avoid it at all costs. If we can find the supporter within who gave this to you, we'll have an in that'll be far more useful. We can use their support to access the other parts of the computer system. If they sense something this complex and it hasn't been spotted, they have the key to reverse everything else. He steps closer to me. The height difference remains a bit unnerving, but his voice is so calm. Height differences are rather unnerving, especially when you're my size. 7'2". I can't understand why he was able to find supporters of his cause. Will you help us, Sam? I've already called us we. I have no choice. Help them, the revolutionaries, the people I once thought had sent the message themselves. I don't know whether I can trust them. If I just leave this space, I may run into Cyrus and the government. Staying with these people may put me right up against that threat once more. Which is the lesser of the two evils? Help find the access code, refuse to help. That's one hell of a choice to sort of just put in this early. I wonder. I'll tell you what, cliffhanger. We'll figure it out next episode.